Little Sunday night moon for you. Last night, like 2 hours later than now, it was up here. But on that track, it's going to be right along there. Kind of crazy how much they move. Oh, look. They're spraying shit on us again. I walked out of the house, I literally watched a plane cut across this way, which is rare, and it was not spraying. Anyway, I came out here and see how far the travelers got to go. It's still got a ways. Probably have to come shut the pump off after dark. I know I'm not going to get it moved. Anyway, there you go. The end of the day, for sure. They apparently think I was going to move them somewhere. No. They still got green out here. I was going to get the traveler ready to move, and I was actually going to move it into that piece, but I thought all of them were out of there. I was mistaken. But I get to the gate right here, and these girls all come running. Half up are behind me. They already passed me, plus the ones that were still coming out. Oh, mommy and baby, they're together. 111J. Oh, 611D. Oh, are you going to come closer? You can come clear up here and say hi. 612D. Oh, a little younger one here. Because that's Minnie's baby. Anybody else going to come say hi? 722E. That's the goat udder cow's kid. I think that's her sister, I'm not sure. 241 there with the old humpback. What are you going to do? You going to eat my hand off the handlebar? Huh? Is that what you were going to do? Huh? Huh? You touched me. 241's calf. I'm glad she doesn't throw that humpback. I mean, she's had a couple that had a little bit, but not much. Yeah, we're talking about you, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. 13 VJ behind me. Must not be as crazy as her mother. Anyway. Oh, there's that goat-uddered cow. 722E. And her baby's clear up here with me? You're up here and your mom's way back there. What's with that? I wish I'd have had my camera out, because when they started running, it was all the calves. And they all ran. Then their mamas passed them. And yes, I see the flies are nasty on you girls. Back rubbers are charged. We got to get mineral back out with some garlic in it. We're running out of garlic. Ty asked Becky to order some, and I don't think Becky did. But we got to do something. At least the babies aren't covered in flies. I mean, there's a few, but not a lot. Oh, 242. Anybody know who 242 is? 242 is Boomer, so that's her baby. Right there. And no, I'm not farting, I'm shifting on the seat, and it's the seat making noise. Anyway, I got things to do. I may wait on this, because I'd really like a little help with it. I don't like walking half a mile from point A to point B. I mean, it happens, but if I don't have to, I don't want to. A little later in the day than I like to get it going, but... And I thought the big one, when it was back there, I didn't think it was all the way in last night, but no, it actually was. Saved a little time. And Ty got this one drug out almost too far. Had to open the valve for it another turn, so it's got enough pressure for the sprinkler to move. because it's a pretty good uphill for it. But it's moving. And luckily they all came in to get out of the way. And I apologized to them. All they can do is go back where they were. So we'll probably put them in that little 3-corner piece when the big traveler gets up to go into where they're at. Maybe give them an extra day before, or a couple days before they go into the big 3-corner piece. Let them get some growth on it. But they're going to stand here and complain about it. Well, she just raked the corners up and actually made some windrows in the middle of that piece. Not sure why she's still sitting there, and there she goes. I think she's enjoying the air conditioning, actually. Told her we need 80 more bales. She's probably going to get 10 out of there. And she's, where are we going to get the rest? Well, from the pond over to the edge of the field. Except for a stretch of that. There's actually a stretch of that we should just push off in the brush. It ain't going to be from there. It's not going to be from there. Excuse me. But 80 more bales will make a load. Because she kind of baled a little more than what I wanted her to, and not having that done. I got 8 bales on. So if you're going to do it, take a full load. Or close to it. Well, we had a little fun. She come around between the pond and the road, and there was a short double windrow there on the other side of the pond. She got 1 bale out of it, and right as she's going across the entrance to the field, the next one comes out loose and kind of half explosive. Okay, no biggie, don't see anything wrong. Tripped the knotter and well, nothing happens. Yeah, knotter shear pin came out. It happens. Even your regular flywheel shear pin will do it. They go so long getting beat on and they slowly loosen up, and once they're loose they shear. And then we found out there was only one 9/16 wrench in, or 7/16 wrench in the toolbox. You got to have 2 of them to put that shear bolt in, because it's a flange lock nut that's on it. But I was right. I've got 10, 11, 12, 13 bales from here so far. I figured 10 or more off these corners and out of the middle. And she's got a few little spots here and there that are still, you know, stuff she missed the first time around. So, yay, fun times. Well, there's the last load. At least for now. That's probably all we're going to bale for small bales. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stacks. So there's 900 bales, give or take. Close to it. Which, I mean, back in the day, we'd stuff 3,000 hay bales in there, plus 1,500 straw bales. I can get, if I move stuff far enough, I can get 1,000 bales in the back barn. But I don't need that much back there. All we got to do is winter 2 bulls over on small bales back there. And now it's time for a very late lunch. So look, there's the hot one. She says she's done. We're both going to get some electrolytes. I don't know how hot it is, but it warmed up quick this morning anyway. Ah, puppies. Let's see. That's 90 degrees. Yay. Dogs say it's hot out. That was full when they started. I'm done feeding. I just garbaged 2 clips. I was in the shop. I got the hood up on the bale loader. Looked at the air compressor. Pull the head off tomorrow because I'm 99.9% sure it's either bad reed valve or head gasket. Could be both, who knows. Once I pull the head off, head gasket's gone anyway. You seen what we got there? I was kind of hoping to go down and big bale the rest of that, or at least get it turned. And I know some of it's got to be wet on the bottom. Some of that load on the bale wagon came along the ditch, on the house side of the ditch, and into where some of it was a little on the tough side, I think. But the moisture tester on the baler never changed, so we'll check a few of them before it goes in. Grumpy dogs. Kind of got something moving maybe with Wells Fargo. Haven't been able to talk to anybody on the phone in a couple of weeks because they won't answer and won't return calls. They've been definitely avoiding returning emails. However, the guy that's supposed to be getting the deed to the property switched over, he actually sent the information that Becky had emailed that she wanted. So now we kind of have a clue what people are paying for the spaces they're renting. There's 3 different businesses in the building, so. Grumpy. Brotherly love, right? Anyway, as I always told Mom, she could take X amount per month, but then whenever she did do that, something had come up and they had to fix something on the building, and then she wouldn't get anything, so she took less than that. Well, with what I seen for what people are paying for rent, she should have been getting twice what she what she could have gotten a month. Give you an idea how much it would appear that Wells Fargo was keeping for themselves, because I know how much property management company charges, and they charge a reasonable fee. I don't have a problem with that, but when Wells Fargo was taking 50% to 80%, that's a little much. That's what I can tell by the paperwork we got anyway. That doesn't mean that's what it was, but I don't know. Hadn't been too awful long ago I seen more crap about them in the news. Been a lot of years I've seen crap about them in the news. Anyway, long story short, we might be getting somewhere with something. And I talked to our Edward Jones guy this morning. I've known him for damn near 40 years, I guess. Yeah, right at that anyway. Maybe longer. Hell, I don't know. When we told him what was going on that route, he had said, oh yeah, they're kind of a pain to deal with, but it's all right. It should go pretty smooth. It should just be a few days once we get the paperwork they want us to do and get it sent in. Well, that's been 3 or 4 months ago now. And he's still trying to talk to the new guy that's supposed to be taking care of that stuff for Wells Fargo, and guy won't answer his phone, guy won't return emails. They have paperwork and verbal authorization for both parties to speak to each other on my behalf. So, that's not an excuse. And he told me today, he says, he said, I knew that, you were having trouble. He says, I didn't think it was all that bad. He says, but this is by far the absolute worst experience I have had with any financial institution in my 30 years of doing this. And he says, I would rate this on a 10,000 on a scale of 1 to 10, as 10 being the worst. So I may have elaborated a little bit there. He does watch the video sometimes. So anyway, it's it was 95 degrees. It's probably past that now. I'm not going to get up and look. I don't even want to know. I just know that I sat down here so the dogs could chill out before I go inside, because they're all panting good enough they want in anyway. Even the young uns, of which I think 2 of them are underneath my butt. So anyway, hope y'all had a good Monday. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see what tomorrow brings. If if I'm lucky, well, I still got to move a whole bunch of stuff in there before I can even start putting that hay in. Yeah, one thing leads to another. I wanted to get that barn resituated a month ago and it didn't happen. Why? Because whenever I'm not doing something, I'm dealing with this Wells Fargo crap or the effects of it. And I tried calling Tom about the cylinder for the baler because he was hoping to have it done Friday, but I didn't hear from him. So if today was a good day for him, he might have finished it. His phone answered, but all it was background noise, and he never answered, and then it went blip, and it was gone. And it's kind of when he'd be leaving work anyway, so who knows. So I'll check with him in the morning.